Hello, how are you? I want to talk to you today about having a plan B mindset. This is very critical within the divorce process. So, what I mean by that, a plan B mindset is in marriage, you have yourself and your partner that work together to, make your household run, how you are going to raise your children, your goals for them, your day to day. A plan B mindset is you having a singular household, meaning your household on your own, and then your ex partner has their household. And even though you might be able to work together with your ex, which is always wonderful when that happens, if you guys can come to as much of an agreement as possible. A plan B mindset is when you operate your household and you don't wait or have to rely on the actions of your ex. So, really, it is a progressive mindset for you because if you are not in alignment with each other on your goals for things, then you will put a lot of energy into trying to make that person see your side of things and, you know, a lot of waiting on whether or not your ex is going to do the things the way that you're agreeing upon them. An example of this plan B mindset could be with food, something as simple as food, different things that you or your ex decide are good for your children. Now, we've discussed this before in videos. You cannot make someone do something, and it might not even be because they're, trying to be difficult, but it might not be, whatever food you have decided is best for your children. It might not be so easy for your ex-partner to do the food plan or what you all have agreed upon, or they might not be in agreement. So a plan B mindset is you deciding that when you have your time with the children, how can you execute what you want for them without having to be reliant upon your ex-partner. Okay. It could be something like sports or extracurricular activities for your children, ballet, dance, anything. It could be that you have one partner who, doesn't want to do all of the extracurricular activities. They don't see the importance and the value of that. And then one partner that does. So the partner that does want to do that, the plan B mindset is not you convincing the other person that this should happen for this reason. And this, by all means, does not mean do not communicate with your partner and still state your points. It doesn't mean that. What it means is do not pause your life. Do not get upset, and because that takes a lot of energy, and try to convince someone of something when they don't see it that way. Okay? It means respecting the other person and, you know, working together as much as possible. But if that's something that you value, that you believe is important, then seeing how can you make this happen for your children when they're with you. Now, in all honesty, there have been activities for my ex and I that we don't always come to terms with. Some things I'm able to make work on my days, and some I'm not. And the ones that I'm not, it gets depleting to myself, to my energy. And some things I have to just let go. Some things we're able to talk and I'm able to say, this is why I think this is good, for our child in the long run. And sometimes we do come together with it, and sometimes we don't. So the Plan B mindset is just that. You can state your point, you can say what you believe, but don't stay on that. Don't stay on that in regards to trying to convince someone else, or not even trying to think of how this can be possible, without having to rely on your ex-partner. I had a situation with one of my sons where their dad was out of town, and I did a post about this. His soccer uniform was with dad. So there was nothing I could do at that point. He had a game. He actually had pictures and, things that he needed his uniform for. But the Plan B mindset, after I communicated with dad, saw, the uniform wasn't accessible because he was out of town. What can I do at this point? So I contacted the coach and I let him know. And he told me, put my son in, whatever I could find that was close. So we went to the game, because what was important to me at that point was the consistency that my son did go to the game, that he committed to his team, and that he showed up. The pictures, that was a different story, but he did that as well. And on his individual pictures, he was able to put one of his teammates' shirts on over, his, not the best pictures. And, the other one with the team, he turned his shirt inside out. So, clearly he stuck out. But this Plan B mindset has also taught me some things where, I'm trying to be a reformed perfectionist. It's let me let a lot of stuff go, which has helped me to grow as a person. These can also be opportunities for us to grow. It's about the self-work. So you can take that experience and you can get upset, and you can, make it a really big thing, with your partner. And I get it. I'm not here to devalue anyone's, and I know everyone has different situations, but at the same time, these are opportunities for us to look at things differently, to change our perspective in a healthier way for ourselves and for our children, which also helps us to continue to progress. One final thing with the Plan B mindset, which doesn't have to do with our children. You could be in a divorce situation where there is legal litigation, and that can take a long time. For myself, it's been, over 3 years. So with a situation like that, you can, hire legal representation. And of course, sorry, motorcycle. Of course, in a situation like that, it can be very emotional, the back and forth of things. But the Plan B mindset is doing what you can do. You've hired attorneys or whatever third party, hand it over to them and go on about your life. That does not mean that you do not fight for, what you feel as though you're entitled to have, or to not release, whatever your situation may be. But putting your life on hold in that regard is not ideal, because then you'll see that so much time has gone by, and it kind of is like putting it on the back burner. Do what you're supposed to do, hand it over to who it belongs with, and keep progressing with your goals in your life. Okay? It could be a situation where there is no legal battle. You guys are absolutely, working together, but someone, someone's situation changes with work for whatever reason. They can't work anymore, or they're not working. So now you're completely thrown off because you are dependent upon this person, which is also understandable. But we are in a different life position now. So it is about our goals and what we need to do for ourselves, for our growth. And that doesn't even mean once you get stronger, you can help. Everyone has a different situation. You can possibly help that partner who might have been the stronger person financially. But being able to get into the plan B mindset and not be stuck in, it has to be this way, this is the way it should be, and be open to the possibility of, okay, I need to think of another strategy, and it's possibly something, and hopefully something, that doesn't have to include my ex, because I have my own life now. And, like I said, that doesn't mean that you don't have love or friendship for your ex. That's not what this is about. This is about you getting stronger as a person and being able to do more, because you're not stuck in old thinking patterns and mindset. So I hope that was helpful. Leave your comments below. Let me know what has been your plan B mindset, or if you have something you want to add to what I said. If you disagree, let me know. Let's start the conversation. And I hope you have an amazing day. Bye-bye.